With many different understandings of entrepreneurship itself, then it's understandable that there are also many different ways to measure entrepreneurial success. Claire takes a historical stance in highlighting how there is a generational divide in how an entrepreneur measured their success. Before 1950, success was earning money, growing the business by making it more efficient and scalable, and surviving. And later also became finding balance in their personal lives, contributing to society, and pursuing their passions. This shows how the definition is always changing and in flux, and how multiple factors can co-produce entrepreneurial success. But despite its complexity, by distilling this information, entrepreneurial success can thus be viewed as the intersection of these three key components: economic survival, personal achievement, and social impact. So, now that we've defined entrepreneurial success, in order to start thinking about the key factors which can determine this, let's look at an example of a startup. One example of entrepreneurial success is Natural Cycles. Natural Cycles is a Swiss startup that revolutionized the contraceptive industry. It is a hormone-free fertility app that was founded in 2013 by a married couple. But most importantly, in 2018, it became the first CE and FDA-approved contraceptive app. It advertises a perfect and imperfect use the same as the contraceptive pill, but relies on the naturally fertile and infertile periods of the female menstrual cycle to work. Its algorithm determines these periods through temperature and luteinizing hormone data input by the user to give red days for the fertile period or green days during the infertile period. By reversing this, the app can thus also be used for aiding conception. The app also does not require prior training, education, or contact with a formal healthcare provider in order to use it. The factors which have determined the success of Natural Cycles falls into the three main categories which Diaz Santamaria says are central to startup success. These are the profile of the entrepreneur, the strategy and characteristics of the company, and the environmental influence on the company. Now let's take a look at how Natural Cycles have achieved their startup success in more detail. The founder and creator of the app's algorithm, Alina Berglund, used to work for the European Organization for Nuclear Research, which were the team who discovered the Higgs boson particle. She says that she used her experience from this project and her statistical knowledge from particle physics to design the algorithm to analyze temperature readings. Alina herself emphasizes how her work experience aided her business when giving advice to other scientist entrepreneurs. She says, "My advice would be that your research skills will work to your advantage. Coming from a science background means you're well acquainted with lots of trialing and testing different ways of working, which again is a strong advantage. The culture of innovation and exploration that comes from a research background suits the startup life too. Her skill set is what's created the product itself." Baum has also reinforced the importance of the psychological profile of the entrepreneur when stating that entrepreneurship is fundamentally personal. It takes human vision, intention, and work to conceive and convert business ideas to successful products and services. Berglund initially created the app to solve the personal problem of wanting a non-hormonal contraception until she and her husband wanted a baby. It is clear that their own personal experience with the pain point and using the product is what has contributed to the success of their business, because they were able to approach it from a scientific as well as human perspective. The fact that Natural Cycles was produced from trying to solve a personal problem that the market could not also highlights their opportunistic entrepreneurial mindsets. Furthermore, Alina's description of the discovery process epitomizes her passion for women's health. She said, "The more entrenched I became in my fertility data, the more I was learning about my body. It really did feel like a revelation." Restrepo et al. Similarly argues that if the entrepreneur does not enjoy what they are going to do, they will be closer to failure than success. This personal passion also expanded into creating social impact. Alina said, "We are pioneering in an era in which women are more aware and in control of their bodies than ever before. We want to empower women to take control of their fertility." They also have future plans to take their app into developed countries to give women further access to free, non-invasive contraception. Marto and McDowell also highlight how ambition, motivation, and intentions from the entrepreneur are a key part of entrepreneurial success. Berglund demonstrated her motivation to overcome challenges to the business, saying that, "We didn't give up. We knew we had a product that women loved and wanted to use, and also that was important for society." Their personal passion for their product and helping others is what motivated them to overcome such challenges, and this in turn has ensured successful personal fulfillment, social impact, and economic durability. The second key success factor is Natural Cycle's company strategy, specifically their innovativeness and scalability of their technology and their market positioning. Alongside their product being so innovative that regulators needed to give it its own contraceptive category, their product is also scalable. 1/3 of their users use the app to aid conception, which means their product is scalable enough to reach further markets in the fertility industry outside the contraceptive sector. Furthermore, Natural Cycles are also currently trialling and testing the increased efficacy achieved from syncing wearable temperature devices to the app. They are also upgrading the thermometer to sync via Bluetooth the temperature reading directly to the app, which removes the manual process of the user having to enter it themselves. There are also opportunities for them to include further hormonal data features to improve the efficacy. The scalability of Natural Cycle's service is what has aided in its economic success, ensuring its durability in being able to offer more services in the future and increase its accuracy to improve the product further. The way the startup has marketed its product and positioned the app in the contraceptive market has also contributed to its economic success. Their social media ads often cite its similarly high efficacy against other more widely used hormonal contraceptives. And as users expect high scientific efficacy from their contraceptive choices, it is particularly important that Natural Cycles have a scientific entrepreneurial background and drive. This shows how an entrepreneurial company strategy of technology innovation and market positioning have all contributed to the economic success of the business. The third key success factor is how Natural Cycles operated within its external environment, specifically market conditions and gaining support from public health bodies. Natural Cycles launched at a time when complaining about the negative side effects of hormonal birth control became more socially acceptable, and women started demanding better options. This was exacerbated by news that a male contraceptive pill had undergone trials but was discontinued due to complaints of the same side effects women endure under the female contraceptive pill. Their app provided a solution to this social shift, and within 1 year of opening in Sweden, Natural Cycles had taken 4% of the contraceptive market. Natural Cycles also received scientific support through being backed by the official bodies the FDA and CE, giving their product legal credit and legitimization. You can see that this had a very positive impact on the economic success of Natural Cycles, as in February 2018 they launched being the first certified contraceptive app and sales rocketed. This also has had a successful domino effect socially in improving the informed consent of female contraceptive users, by proving that modern fertility awareness-based methods are scientifically backed, and thus removing societal stigma against them being an ineffective option for women. In summary then, Natural Cycles has excelled in the following specific areas: the entrepreneur having work experience and specialized skills and motivation, producing a scalable and innovative technological solution, having an effective market positioning strategy, having a product launch time suit to market and cultural conditions, and receiving support from external public administrations. These key factors have all worked together to co-produce their startup success, with the entrepreneurial profile arguably playing the most important role. This becomes more apparent when looking at other examples. Daisy is another example of a temperature algorithm app. Similarly to Natural Cycles, the entrepreneurial profile has played in its conception and success. The founder, Natalie Reckberg, previously worked in a fertility company called LadyComp and realized the technological opportunities for natural contraception. Her father also founded LadyComp, and thus she also has an entrepreneurial background. Perhaps it is safe to say then that for entrepreneurs looking to enter a specialized industry, such as medical devices, having the relevant work experience and background is a key advantage in achieving entrepreneurial success. Read Your Body is an example of another fertility app, which was created more collaboratively by a UK fertility awareness non-profit. Again, in this example, we see a background in and passion for female fertility, which has aided in the opportunity discovery. However, the entrepreneurial strategy of the company is much more consumer-focused and collaborative than Natural Cycles or Daisy, with the app being 100% crowd-funded and designed by user feedback. Being so consumer-focused, their app has the lowest subscription fee out of all three, and thus its affordability has made it have a higher successful social impact with facility awareness users. Their company characteristics, such as their values and ethos of community, has thus played a larger role in their entrepreneurial success. By looking at these examples, it is clear that in the case of the FemTech industry, 3 key factors contributing to the long-term entrepreneurial success are the profile of the entrepreneur, the company strategy and characteristics, and the external environment. Hopefully, we will begin to see more female entrepreneurs enter this industry with even more innovative, creative, and socially beneficial solutions in the future.